All right, well, we should be live. Folks should be able to see us and hear us now, or at least hear me since I'm the only one talking. Let us know what our levels are like. I've been having a problem with low sound, so we'll get that fixed. We're back tonight with some Shadowrun, powered by the Apocalypse flavoring, instead of using the regular system. But we've got this nice ongoing game here. We're in the story arc called Where is Mr. Murlock? And tonight, Steven, who are you playing?
I am playing Scout, the half-orc ex-cop. I am the moral conscience of the group. I make sure that these guys stay in line. And I do it with just bounds and bounds of patience and empathy and compassion, because otherwise I would murder these guys.
Yeah. Scout kind of lives in his own mind, I think. Is how this
you hear
works.
that?
It's
He
the only way
admitted
to
a desire
survive.
to murder people.
Ooh.
And balancing this is Chuck.
I don't know what that was about. I am the calm center and the moral compass of the group. I'm playing Ivan, our mage, and I've only burnt a small handful of people alive. So, yeah, it's great. Perfect. Just great.
Small number that allows you to still be morally conscious.
Yeah.
There we go. Christopher.
I am playing Techno G, who is the hacker / rigger. If it's technology related, it generally falls into my domain. I have not burnt anyone. That's not true. I did burn the one guy from the inside out when I did my rig foo on him. Almost nobody. I've burned almost nobody alive.
Yeah. As Bytor 5 in the chat says, under 10 immolations, you're still a good guy. Yeah. So
That's
Gantu or Jeff.
Yeah, I play Gantu, who is the moral, conscious, and center of the group. I think. I don't know. But I am a street samurai. I think I'm the most effective. Certainly the most effective in combats. And also have recently been dipping into face. So I'm also the face of the group. Not because I'm good at it, but because there's no one else to do it.
No one else.
Just give me a shot, coach.
There is that.
Yeah.
So-
You're a wanted murderer.
Before we start the session, let's just have a small recap along with the threat meter. And so why the threat meter is important is once it reaches the end, the Azzies will be up, that they have been infiltrated, and the full might of the Azzie security will come down on you. Right now, you are 3 in on the track of 6. Those 3 being 1 at the end of the episode. We, although your characters don't know it yet, but the players know it, that Scout's real name was entered on the forms that were uploaded into the Acme cleaning system, and that got flagged in the system. The stealing of Chuck, not the player Chuck, but the NPC Chuck, his name badge and being found at the security gate as you left caused a flag in the system. And then there's the small matter of the Acme cleaning crew that you waylaid, took the truck, told them not to come back to work. And that's all fine and good. They didn't come back to work. But when they didn't come back to work and report in, that caused a flag in the system. Yeah, so you're 3 deep on the track when we start here. That gives us a little recap of what happened last time and all the little catastrophes. Anything else anyone want to add? Your plan? Who wants to go over the plan that you guys have put into effect?
Well,
I believe we said we were going to rush the front door,
it's like
burn
plan
everyone, murder anyone else still alive. I think that
See?
was
Look at this. This is why the cops are after him. This bloodthirsty attitude.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know what the plan is, but I have a dog now.
You
That's
have
true.
a dog now. Yes.
Well, we had just finished
Scout.
cleaning the windows.
Mm-hmm.
All the drones are coming back to the truck.
Yep. So you have hopefully a stable cover as the Acme cleaning group that
Right.
comes in and does all of the housekeeping for the pyramid here.
And we just finished the window cleaning, and like in a day or two, I can't remember how long, there's the kind of, I guess it's like vent cleaning or
Yeah,
something that they're
it's the
doing. and
ventilation
that's
system
sort of
cleaning.
we're targeting.
Which
Yeah,
will
there
get
was
you in the building.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the filtration, and the day after is wax the floors.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so that's what you have set your cover up as with the Acme group. You've taken over for another squad. Yeah, so hopefully that cover holds. But yesterday or last session, you guys did get onto the grounds of the pyramid. You got to Techno G got to use one of the nice restrooms, and that's how he found Chuck's badge,
Mhm.
right? You got to look to find that how much security they have, which is quite tight. You found out that they do have guardian spirits, at least at minimum. Ivan was able to find that out.
Yeah.
So there we go. Now you did get out mostly scot-free, with Techno G being, checked and scrutinized because he had Chuck's badge. Ended up Chuck was a fairly low wage worker, so his ID wasn't deemed to be that important, but it was a little suspicious that you had it on you.
Totally just got magnetized to me.
Yeah. Your excuse was it just got stuck to you while you were in the
Stuck to me
bathroom,
in the
right?
toilet stall. Yep.
Okay. So we'll take up afterwards. You guys get away with your intel. How do you spend the rest of the evening? That took a good chunk of the day to get all that window washing done with the drones.
So, one other thing we got, Gantu managed to get a look at a roster of sentries when he went into a different, like the lesser bathroom or something. But he got a roster of sentries. Kind of so there's a window when it's unguarded, but it's only like 5 minutes, so it's a fairly small window. So it's possible we could look up some of those names or something, see if there's anyone we could potentially use as a leverage point, something to think about.
Yep, that is true too.
So we do know that there's a lot of para-creatures that are probably going to be there as well.
Yeah. You found out some of the guards were handlers for para-creatures, so yeah, there we go. So
I guess I'd want to spend the evening like studying layouts, things like that, exit points from our potential entry point, that type of thing.
Okay.
I need to have Techno reprogram the chip in Scout.
Reprogram it.
Excuse me?
The dog. It's got the RF chip.
Yeah.
You guys are putting microchips in me now?
Not you, Scott. In Scout, the dog.
The Scout that they like.
Oh,
The one actually named Scout now.
I thought game masters were supposed to be impartial. What happened to that?
Who told you that? That's a lie.
Not in Bird's game.
Just like Parenthood, everyone's got a favorite.
Everyone's got a favorite.
That's right. All right. So you're back at your base of operations, which is where right now?
It's in a van, I think. Are
Or
we going
you
back
talked
to the
about-
house
yeah.
of the suburbs?
You talked
Yeah,
about
we're
the
gonna
house.
take that house.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder if they're still in the closet.
Yeah.
No, you let. Well, that's true. They might be. You don't know.
Let's go back, check it.
It seems like
you
a
know.
good place. Yeah.
Okay.
At least I can leave the dog here for the next couple of things. The dog sitter's still on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably food and stuff there too.
Yeah,
I mean, wouldn't the owners have returned by this point?
they were out for a
No,
couple weeks.
they
Yeah.
were going to be gone for a while.
Same
Oh,
day.
okay.
Well,
Same-
so
same day.
when you come back, there's actually a new note that's stuck on the refrigerator. The dog walker came in with a note saying that their dog was missing, that she tried to contact the homeowners, but couldn't get a hold of them, and just left a message here.
Perfect.
Okay.
So they could be home soon.
Techno, is there any chance you can take care of that?
Probably. You want me to kill the dog walker?
No, maybe just get rid of that message.
Oh, sure.
No,
Actually, no, it's easy enough for you to go through the home's system, find their mailbox, and just remove it. I mean, it doesn't even require hacking.
I'm gonna forward their mailbox to my hand for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds
So
good.
when stuff comes in, I can see it. Be like, oh,
Dog walker did leave her PAN address to reach her. just
Sure.
in case, to tell her if she does need to come back, and they had made some arrangements for the dog otherwise.
I'll send a note that says, "Oh, the bozos that did the exterminating might have left let the dog out, but we've been notified that the dog is back. So please come by the next couple days. That's what you
okay.
want, right?
Yeah,
Ivan?
that's perfect. Perfect.
Sounds good. That's tied up. So in the closet, no, the cleaning crew is not there. They did leave at some point.
Good.
So, I guess Gantu would want to know, not being a magical aficionado,
Yeah.
is there anything we can get, like any kind of like equipment, fetishes, stuff like that that might help us in case we're jumped or tracked by combat mages and things? Or anything we can do with that?
Would there be, Bert?
Why don't you try to drop some knowledge then, and you can tell me.
Yeah.
Tasers.
Fetishes. You mean like you want like feet pics or
I got
something?
a 4.
You have no idea.
I know a guy would like feet pics though.
Yeah. There you go.
We just run away real fast or use tasers. They work great.
Who's got the
Okay.
portable pan from Acme?
Is that the one that I took? I think it's the one
It was
that
in
I
the truck, so you may not have even bothered to take it with you and just left it in the truck. So I just want to know where it is.
took.
I did not take it.
No, I probably have it.
Okay. In which case, you
Because I would have been
find
worried about trackers on the truck, which I believe I already took care of.
there's a
Taking it out
few
of the pan.
urgent messages on it.
What kind of urgent messages there,
Okay.
Bert?
So you take a look at it, and it's basically asking where the crew is, that there have been some federal agents down, asking about a Mr. What's Scout's real name?
Kenneth Clark.
M.S. Clark, who's registered on the roster, and they're asking about him and his whereabouts. If you can contact Fleet when you get a chance.
I'm going to send a message back and say, "Oh, you know what he did? He transposed his first and his last names. Why? What did this guy do?"
Okay. Right. So you get a message back saying, "Oh, okay. Can your crew report back to Acme when you get a chance?"
It'll have to be after the filtration system for as technologies.
Okay. What's your location currently? That's the question.
Stuffer Shack.
All right. You just get a.
Like splits, like no GPS tracking.
Okay. So yeah. So
Stuffer
you
Shack.
you
We just
turn off
finished
the
the
GPS
drones.
tracking.
Yeah, like we just finished drone washing the windows at the archaeology, and then tomorrow we're going back for the filtration. Well, later we're going back for the filtration system.
Yeah.
So
So I
we're
think
just
you guys
grabbing a bite.
turned off the GPS last time, so that's why they're asking where you are. So like, okay, good enough. Just report in when you can.
What
That's
did
the
this
sign-off.
other guy do?
That's it. No, they're not responding back after the sign off.
Gonna burn all their financial records. It's getting paid. All right. Oh, I gotta fix the dog's chip. Huh?
Yeah.
You want me to roll on that?
Depends on what you want to do by fix. If you just want to burn it out, you don't need a roll. If you want to reprogram it, that'll require a roll.
Ivan.
You should reprogram for me so that way it is legally mine and no one can come for it under punishment of death.
Ivan, do you have a real sin, or is he going to register it to a fake sin?
He's gonna have to put it on a fake sin.
Okay.
All right. Fix it. Here we
Do
go.
I have a real sin? At one point
Actually,
I
you
did.
know
I
what? You don't
think
need to
I
roll
did.
for this. This is inconsequential. It's no big deal. You
Maybe I'll
reprogram it to
fake ones.
Ivan's fake sin.
Zzzt.
Yeah.
This is gonna hurt Ivan. Zzzt.
Don't think it needed to, but okay.
No. I had to.
No, he's gonna
give you
hurt
both the
Ivan,
same-
not the dog, as he jabs
I
you.
had to give you both the same vibrational frequency of electricity, and so I matched you to the dog. Zzzt.
Mm.
The dog looks
That is
unimpressed.
probably good to do. After all, mercury is in Gatorade, so it's probably needed.
The dog brings its empty food bowl to you, Ivan, and drops it at your feet. He looks unimpressed at the whole thing.
Oh, I go to the fridge and I find some nice hunk of meat.
Yes.
You are eating like king until I am poor again. Then maybe we eat you.
It looks very intelligently at you for a moment. Perhaps it's thinking to itself, maybe I eat you.
That would only be fair.
All right, so everything seems fine. This is a nice little. Well, it's not actually that little. It's a nice little place, just outside of town, kind of in the suburbs, but kind of further out. As I said, your nearest neighbor is like a mile away, not really in view.
Definitely gonna set Bob on Overwatch.
Okay.
Bob is the one that's not dead, right? So,
Right. Although all you need is time
Yes.
to get your other one up and running again.
right. Because I invested in you, said you wouldn't take it over.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'll do with my downtime is spend
Sure.
time working on Vincent.
All right. Then, the end of the evening, you can have Vincent back. What are the rest of you guys doing?
He's all crushed still.
I think Scout had a good idea and start digging through the various ventilation system mapping and.
Can you say
learning
that
about
first part one
ventilation
more
systems.
time?
I think Scout had a good idea.
The dog
Oh.
gave you an idea? That's amazing.
I think this horrible bloodthirsty murderer friend that we have had a good idea.
The dog does look shifty. I'll give you that.
So, what maps of the ventilation system are you using? The ones that were on file with the city that Techno G pulled up?
If that's the only thing we have, then yeah, I guess that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Did they give us any resources because we're going to go clean the filtration system tomorrow?
If you check out the pan, in fact, they do have.
Ah.
Yeah. And it
throw
doesn't.
those away.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't match what's filed with the city like nearly at all.
Okay. Not surprised by that. They're their own country here, aren't they? Like they're.
It's my shocked face.
Yeah. Well, if you two want to go over the ventilation, maybe I'll pull the maps for the next day, the waxing, and I can kind of look over that as well, just in case we can't get what we want on round one.
It basically shows you. Okay, we'll go in reverse order, Ivan. It basically shows you each of the 72 floors. It doesn't show you each of the rooms because you're not allowed to wax in all the rooms. So it's mostly the main entrances and the main floors of each room. It designates areas where you should pay attention to, high traffic areas, and places where you should absolutely not go.
Okay.
But it does give you kind of an overview of all 72 floors. And this is a big job. Of course, it's mostly done with bots, but you need controllers for those bots. Those bots are loaded in the back of the van already. Gone to. So the way the ventilation system is built is there's like one main central chamber that runs from the base of the pyramid, actually several floors below the base of the pyramid, all the way up to the top. This is a big shaft. It's like a 10 by 10 conduit. And this is where most of the air is handled through. And then each floor, there's at least 10 small shafts that branch off going to each, and then branching again like a tree limb to each of the offices. And those are fairly small. They start at about a 3 foot by 3 foot, but then they narrow down as small as like a 1 by 1. And those are all typically handled by bots that you just send up through the central chamber.
The smallest of ones, then, is it not conceivable for us to be able to crawl through them? I mean,
well, the central shaft is easy, although you'll have to figure out climbing gear because it's not made for people to be in there and doing maintenance. And then the first level, the first branchings are a 3 foot by 3 foot, which all of you could fit through. But then after that, to each of the individual offices, it's much too small for a person to fit into.
Okay.
But
Right.
the 3 foot by 3 foot conduits do go into some of the office complex. Going over with what Ivan's got, it does go into some of the rooms that have been shown as like off limits for you for the waxing. So they do get you into some of those areas. And if you want to actually make me a roll here, do a...
Citation needed.
No, this is
something?
a perception. So it's basically the check the situation roll.
So.
And use craft as your...
Craft.
Craft. Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh no.
Because you're looking at a blueprint, is what this comes down to.
Sure. Oh, 7. Okay.
Okay, 7. Well, there you go. What do you want to know?
I mean, honestly, what is my best escape access evasion route? That seems essential.
Okay. Well, there's 2 things that look potential. If you can find some way to get airborne right out of the top of the pyramid via the shaft is great. Failing that, the second level underground is a motor pool that has several exits from it that connect to the different highway systems into greater Seattle. So, like, there are many ways out from there. It would be very hard to block them all off.
Okay. When I discover this, I will let out a massive eureka across the... Oh my God! I got it. We rent a plane. We paraglide out of the plane on top of the arc. And we go down the top of the shaft.
Surface to air missiles.
We don't want to
If
kill
you
Murlock,
want to get them too, that's cool.
No, surface to air. We'd be in the air, and from the surface, the missiles would come up.
Do they have?
We to launch the surface to air missiles?
They
Like anyone coming at it?
No, yeah, like they have
Like cover fire, right?
They're their own nation.
Techno, I can't help but notice whenever we come up with a fantastic idea of gliding somewhere,
Yeah.
you always poo-poo on it.
Well,
Why can't you let us be great? Let us fly like an eagle.
Okay, I will be Overwatch on the ground. Technically Underwatch, I guess.
No, we all got to go up there. We all got to do this together.
No.
Teamwork.
One for all and all for one.
Tandem skydiving.
Absolutely not.
Techno might have an
All right,
issue with
not
heights.
Scott.
Yeah, the
Okay,
dog stays
well-
here.
All right. Well, if that doesn't work, I mean, there's a secondary way we can get to that. Sub-level 2, motor pool, bunch of little access roads going out to various highways
Why
and
would
such.
that be Plan B?
Because it's not as cool.
I do agree.
And making this look good is like part of the deal. You know that, right? Style is important.
Ooh.
I do agree. Style is important as I
Thank
brush
you.
my thrift suit.
The other thing you're able to find out that I will give you for your partial success is on the blueprints, there are 4 underground levels. Second level is your motor pool. First level, by the number of ventilation systems running through there, it's likely their server area. Like, most of their servers are probably on that first one. You have no idea what the last 2 levels are for, but they have a lot of ventilation going to them.
So, and then right above, right, because it'd be first, second, third floor, like sub-level 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mhm.
Okay. Right above that, there might be a server farm or something, whatever you freaking tech people call that stuff. You might be able to tap into something there, maybe get even more access, if that's what
knew
you
it was
want to
its
do.
own
If you don't want to
city.
do the thing,
But it has its own agriculture?
yeah, they grow.
Yes.
They grow tech. Mm-hmm.
They do. It's very cool.
That's pretty impressive.
Right out of the soil.
So if we were to guess
So-
where their
Silicon
prisons
sand,
are,
that makes sense. Oh,
it does. They grow from sand. Yeah. Like grapevines, just silicone, I guess. Anyway, if we were to guess where the Morlock be hiding, I would put bets on sub levels 3, 4.
Good buddy. We could always go in too, get to the server room, see if Techno can get into their internet area and get more info about what's in the arcology itself.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be contrarian here, but sub-level 3 to 4 just sounds wrong. The villain is always on the top level. So we shouldn't be like going down to
So-
find him. We should be going up.
I agree that the villain is on top floor for great view, but we're not looking for villain. We're looking for prisoner.
Yeah,
And
but
you-
the prisoner is always with the villain.
No, they keep the prisoner in the dungeons, which is always down
They keep
below.
him in the office. Like
No,
you obviously
not
don't know
an
how these
intern.
megalomaniacs work.
Gentlemen,
It's the
gentlemen,
ego.
You both make very good points, but we're just speculating right now.
Yeah.
Unless there's something on the blueprints that speaks towards like prison cells and holding cells and whatnot, which, as far as I can tell, there isn't.
So get to sub level 1, computer. It tells us where to go.
Think so. We got this really big shaft like right through the middle that we can kind of go up and down through.
Just have to climb. Maybe we should get like Batman grappling hook.
Or we can get like suction cups
Ooh,
or like magnetic cups or whatever.
Or like
you know,
this
something
grappling
like
hook,
that.
and then we can slowly climb up the side.
well,
Not
you
that
get
we
the
know
one
which
with the
way.
reel in the gun, so you shoot and then it pulls you up. I have tender mage hands. I'm not meant for physical activity like that.
Anyway, that's my best attempt at an entry plan.
I like it.
I'm open to other suggestions. We still got to worry about those damn combat mages and whatnot.
We do. So when is the ventilation cleaning? Is tomorrow or the day after?
It was actually the day after. So like you've got 1 day lull.
So tomorrow, let's go get climbing gear to go up and down big shaft, and then maybe we can stop by at one of my friends' magic shops to see if there's something we can buy to help protect from combat mage and patter creatures and spirits, and they've probably got the goddamn dragon.
We could, I mean, if we have time, we can go with Dick's Sporting Goods. Maybe just look at some of the paraglide stuff. I mean, we don't have to buy it.
It doesn't hurt just to know
Window
what our
shopping is always
options
fun.
are.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
do enjoy window shopping.
Yeah.
Ooh, if it ends up being on top floor, we get paraglider, hang gliders and backpack. We pull cords and wings, and then we
Okay.
sail away.
All right,
I
so
think they do like custom designs for the wings. Like, could we get some like police colors on there or something like that? You know, get it looking real slicked out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure they do. They got to do that.
Yeah, they have to.
all right,
If not,
so
you
let's
got a business
let's
idea.
let's go to the next day then. I know what Techno G is doing. He's working on his drone. The rest of you are probably just going over blueprints, taking it easy. If you have any stun levels, they're gone. You
Okay.
sleep it off. If you've got any physical damage though, you can remove 1.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
think
And
I'm
then
good
the
too.
next day, if you're just going to go and buy something that's completely legal in a store, you can just buy it. If you're
Okay.
looking for gear that's kind of specialized, you need to make a go shopping roll. So if you want gliders, foldable backpack gliders that are easy to get to, that's going to be that. If you're wanting grapple guns, like discreet ones, that's going to be a roll. You can easily get climbing gear that's not so discreet. It's rather large. It's rather obvious. You can just go and buy that.
So if we buy the big climbing gear, we just need to stuff it in something to take it in.
Well, we need, if we're going up and down the shaft here, I mean, we're going to need to get like suction cups, or we need to get like magnetic things. Is that special? Or
Yeah, it is
that-
specialized. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we got to roll Roll some die.
Who wants to go shopping or might have a contact that can get them that sort of thing?
I'll give it a go.
Okay. Do you have a contact that might provide you with that?
I mean, not in existence at the moment. No, I don't think so.
Do
No.
I
All right.
What are you looking for? Oh, flying gear. I do not
Climbing
have a
gear.
contact for that.
Just
Nope.
make a go shopping roll then. I'll give you the +1 forward on this since you got that information from the blueprints.
Cool. So is presence okay?
Yes.
That's what it's defaulted to. Okay.
Oh,
There
nice.
we go.
Okay, they'll have it for you end of the day.
Okay. And it's like cool colors and stuff too for Scout.
Yeah.
The
get the
dog's getting
blaze-
Blues
some-
and
Wait a
blacks.
minute.
You
What?
get the blaze orange camouflage.
Nice. Never gonna see us coming in this.
All right. Yeah, so you get combination magnetic and suction just in case. It'll work either way. So, yeah, that's successful. What else were you picking up?
We were talking about, I don't know if there would be any magical, like hitting up a magical shop, anything that might give us an edge over some combat mages. I don't really see anything in the book. Yeah, there's just foci.
Well, what are you trying to find? Or what are you looking for?
Maybe something that could mask our presence.
To magic or to technology or to both?
Mainly magic.
Mainly magic. Yes, you could buy it. You can try and find a fetish for that. So you would also have to do a go shopping roll. Magic
Sure.
shop's not going to just keep that on the shelf. You have
Yeah.
a contact with a magic dealer, I believe.
I do, yeah.
So take a +1 forward for that.
Okay. See and go shopping. There it is. And then that +1 would put me at a 14.
14. Yeah. Okay, so fetishes like this aren't cheap. It's going to cost you about 1,000 new yen to be able to purchase one for everyone.
We got that spending chip. So
Yes. Are you going to use it for
oh
that?
yeah,
Okay.
Perfect thing to use it for.
yeah. So
Okay.
buy one for everyone.
All right. Good enough.
Cool.
I am gonna shop as well.
Okay. Black market
For-
or just stuff you can buy at a local?
Oh no, this is a black market thing. This is a crowdsource kind of thing.
Okay.
Because it's a particular program that I don't have, but I want like it's like an emergency override of their system. Now I have some stuff in their system already
Mm-hmm.
from the last session, but I want to be able to like shut down their whole, well, shut down the main functioning on in case there's an emergency on our end. So like so
okay.
I can just drop all surveillance and everything so that we can move freely through the building, things like that.
Okay. Here's how this will work then. You could do a crowdsource roll, getting together with your hacker friends and have them like quickly put together a program that can do it. Or you can shop for something that already exists. Either way, the way this is going to work is you're going to need a partial success will give you a program that's not so good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then each level above that you make will make it a better program.
Right.
Okay. So you take your choice of what you want to roll for that.
What is go shopping?
That's
I don't
literally
see that
you're
on
you're
my
hitting
news.
contacts and black market dealers
No,
to
I
find
know.
it.
What's the role?
An
on it?
advanced move.
Yeah, it's an advanced
What's
move.
an
It's
advanced
perception, or not perception.
Presence.
Presence.
Well,
yeah.
that's what my crowdsource is anyway. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Okay, I'm just gonna do a crowdsource roll then.
Okay.
I might have to burn one of them rerolls that Captain Kyrian gave us. We'll see how this goes. Oh god, I totally have to burn one of them. All right.
Up to you. It's a
Burn
success.
away.
Oh, there we go.
Nope.
All right, so-
totally. Something this important can't be half-assed.
So you
or
guys come up
half-orc.
with a good program. How effective it's going to be in a system that you're sure has a bunch of safeguards, you're not, you're not positive, but this is the best thing that your group of like-minded rogues could put together.
Mhm.
All right, and they're happy to do it if you drop the fact that you're going up against some Azzies. There are a lot of people willing to help you.
I just need a button to push.
Yeah.
The whole thing shuts down. You're like, oh, let's run.
Okay, so that takes some time during the early part. We'll pick up early afternoon then, or mid afternoon. That will give you enough time to shop, get a hold of your contacts. Gantu, this evening your package will be ready. You just swing by, pick it up. That's not a problem. During all this, Scout, the non-dog Scout, what are you up to?
I would have been going over things with Gantu, trying to make sure that we got the ins and the outs, and that at least two people know the layout, so that if we split up, we can all find a way out safely.
Okay. Okay, I tell you what.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's good thinking.
Yeah.
Again.
You're buttering them
I
up
might
before you put the blade
know
in.
a
I
little
know
something
that's what's
about
going
tactics.
Okay.
So-
Scout has been on the roll.
on. Why don't you make a check the situation roll with combat? Ooh. Okay. That's just going to mean that you don't see anything that's clearly an advantage to your use. There are some rerolls on the table, though. Quite a bit, actually.
Are you muted?
I'm muted, sorry.
Yeah.
That was awareness by accident.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be +4, not +0. So it would have
Okay.
been 10.
A 10. Okay, good enough. With a 10, you'll get a +1 forward when a tactical situation comes up from what you're studying. Okay?
Cool. Thank you.
Is there anything else you guys want to do during the day? Techno's gone away there, but there is another message coming across on the Acme Pan, again, asking for you guys to stop in at the shop when you get a chance. And another
I would have got
query
a
as
nice
to-
new, Mission Impossible type jumpsuit.
It looks very cool, but maybe we should stick to uniforms of cleaning company.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear this underneath, and like my pot belly is pushing out the front. Onesies don't look good on people with my body type.
Yeah. I'll say probably, like one time while Techno's in the bathroom, we get the beep at the pan. And I'll just, check in when you can. I'll just put you in like Wilco and send it back. Sure, he won't hate me for this.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Gantu, you pick up your package that evening. Not a problem.
I can't think of anything else. Do you think this Acme thing's gonna be a problem? They keep asking about Scout Kenneth. That's a terrible name. I feel bad for you. You don't deserve that. But
My mother gave me that name, and she was a wonderful woman. So
wonderful people can be bad at naming things. So
your
Case in
face is
point.
bad at naming things. So
that's true.
yeah.
It is. It's an inanimate thing. Well, it's not inanimate, but it has no.
My mother's a
never mind.
saint. She wasn't bad at anything. We're moving on.
Okay, fair enough.
Techno,
Still,
what you missed is you got another message on the Acme Pan asking to come in when you're able to, check in, and again the query as to where are you, what's your location.
Now we're getting the van washed, and then we're heading back to the archaeology to do the filtration system. Oh no, wait, there's a day in between.
Okay.
It's my day off.
Okay.
our day
Again,
off.
they say, well, come in when you can. Your tracking on the company Pan and the vehicle don't seem to be working.
Oh, that's because Clark Kennethson there spilt his soy milk on it. Kenneth Clark, whatever his name is.
Okay.
George spilt some.
You get a reminder to fill out the paperwork for destruction of company
yeah.
property to make sure that it's taken out of his paycheck.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In triplicate. You
No,
are
he's
God.
bad at naming things. Just want to throw that out there.
So after that, like Gantu was saying, I think I'm a little more worried about this company trying to meet us at the arcology tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, one thing I just want a quick clarification on is so Gantu found out information about the second sub-level 2 and how there's a motor pool down there that connected out to various highways. Now, does that mean we could potentially access it without having to go through the very security, like the security grid that we had to go through to get into the Ark when we were doing like the drone window washing thing?
Possibly, because of course your schematics don't show security.
Right. Okay. Because if that's the case, we might bypass the whole charade of going and cleaning the vents to begin with, if we need to. And we just take one of these highway access points and go right into the motor pool.
So, ideal on that. We now have these fetishes that keep us from being magically detected. What if we just turn invisible and walk in?
Ooh. I have a plan to keep the company off our back.
What do you got?
I'm going to jury rig one of their window washing drones, and I'm going to have it transmit the GPS signal of the pan and the van, and then I'm just going to send it on a randomized route until its battery dies. And so they can go chasing after it for however long it flies.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
Okay.
Oh, and I want it to go out into the countryside.
Ooh.
Like I want it to randomize, but out towards one direction.
Okay.
Not the band.
Okay. All right, good enough. You send out, you clone the GPS trackers, probably both of them onto the drone, and send it off on a little goose chase. Gantu, did you want to check out, since you've got a day, basically, did you want to check
Yeah.
out one of the closer...
I think
Alright.
I do. I think I want to check out these highway entrance points, see if I can figure and reconnoiter if there's security checkpoints and stuff
Yes.
we'd be going through.
So you drive by one, and it's one of these, the like service roads that you often see that come off of interstates. And they got the little barriers that say, service vehicles only. That's actually what you see, but instead of just a barrier, there actually is like a pillbox there where there is a security person on duty. He's like, when you drive by, he's kind of sitting down. You can tell he's watching a show. He's kind of kicked back. He's got a thermos up. Looks pretty lax, but they do have this, the guardhouse with a very rugged-looking barrier that drops over the road.
Okay. And then I guess the second question I would ask is I know I found like the roster of sentries. Did that have like a distribution into these like types of places? Like a person's at site A, site B, site C, something
No,
like that?
it's just a duty roster. When people are
right.
supposed to come on to duty, it doesn't tell you any other information. If you want to do just a quick internet search about all the names, you'll find that they all live in residence. So like they all live there at the pyramid.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So then so there's not necessarily easy way to leverage that. All right. Okay. So if I just drive around for a bit and I find one that looks like the juiciest way in, or the way that's there's no time. There's no guarantee that the person who's on right now, who's kind of not really paying attention, is going to be on tomorrow. But is there, if there's one specific access point that might have a blind spot or something like that better than another?
Tell you what, let's just do a luck check. Call high or low
Okay.
and roll me a percentage die.
All right. I'll go low.
Always go high.
Nope.
Okay.
always go high?
Within close distance, like you can get to within half an hour, 45 minutes of driving, and you check each one of them. There are 6 different entrance exits that are within that close of a distance. All of them have the same thing. Some of them are more guarded than others, but there's never less than one guard at the shack. They all have the very same, very heavy-duty gate that blocks the road. Now, if you want to try an access point further out than half hour, 45 minutes, you can do that as well. It's just going to take up the rest of your day.
I think I'm okay with that.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, after driving about hour 15 minutes, so like you're on the very edge of like the Seattle sprawl, you check 8 more of these exits that are listed on there, and you strike pay dirt. One of them, which is basically a trucker road going out of Seattle. It's quadruple wide. It's made for a lot of heavy duty trucks coming in or out and bringing in commerce. You find that service road. The pillbox is there, but there's no one on duty. It actually looks like it has been not used in a while. Like maybe it's been decommissioned. You're on the side of the highway, so if you wanted to pop out and take a close look at it.
Do I see anything from a distance first that suggests there's cameras at work anywhere?
You see, we'll assume you've got something like binoculars or something like that. I mean, it's pretty simple kit. There is, or at least was, a video camera or several video cameras, but it looks like they've all been like tagged, spray painted, ripped off their mounts, so like they're just missing now.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll. Jeez. Yeah, I'll take a closer look.
Okay. Do me a check the situation roll.
All right.
And do this with awareness.
Awareness. Gotcha.
Okay.
It's a 7. Okay, so how about what's my biggest threat?
Biggest threat
down this
here?
route?
There is there's no threat on the security gate system here. You're actually looking at it. You're going to need something like a portable angle grinder or something to get this gate down. But other than that, it looks like this has been decommissioned. It hasn't been used in a long time. Even the road itself is cracked. They haven't been keeping up with fixing the pavement. Your issue, you think, is you don't know what's further down. Like there might be something else further down. There might be video cameras along the road that goes into the Aztec motor pool. But it looks like it's easy to get in from here.
Okay. All right. I mean, with that info,
if you want to walk down further down the road and see where it goes and see if you find anything, you can do that too.
I think I'm gonna count. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hold, and I will work my way back. I'll get on the horn and I'll try to get. I'll get like Ivan and be like, hey, we need a portable angle grinder. I think I found a way in. Just if you can go out and we need. You know what one of these things are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I got a plan.
I love it. I will go get the heavy tools. So yeah, I'll go out and buy a couple portable angle grinders.
You stop at
packs of discs.
the Home Despot.
Yeah.
And pick up some angle grinders, battery powered. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. One here cutting discs. Yeah.
All right. Techno, you were working on your drone, getting that set up during the day. Scout, you were working on seeing if you can find, anything to leverage from, the maps and information you got. So let's say you all get back together for that evening. After you're all done, come back to the home. The dog walker does stop in. You guys have plenty of heads up on that as you hear the car coming up. The Acme van is still parked behind the house, so it's not easily seen from the road. So what do? So the dog walker's coming.
Quick, hide in the closet.
I was going to say go wait in the van until she's cleared out.
Are we dressed in Acme dude
Plus
clothing?
one for the van. Plus one for the van.
Yeah, we can sneak out to the
Yep.
van.
Right.
That's fine.
I'm probably out in the garage working on my drones anyways.
Okay.
And leave the dog so that she can actually walk.
Oh yeah, yeah. The scout needs exercise, so this will be good for him.
I mean, I've put on a couple pounds, but I'm doing
No,
okay. Like, I
hey,
can still carry my weight.
Don't take it personal. You look great, man. Formidable.
I just went through a divorce, you know.
Hey.
It was a rough patch.
That's still reason to go killing a bunch of people, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, everyone has bad days.
Ivan, I want you to roll me 2d6. Just
2d6.
no addition, just 2d6.
uh-oh.
Okay.
11.
All right. Your dog doesn't give you up. So
Good.
dog walker comes in. I assume that Technology, you wired the place up so you can watch and hear. She mutters to herself about there being less food in the fridge than she thought, making a note that she's got to get some more food. Takes the dog out for a walk, feeds the dog. Spends about 2 hours with the dog, actually. Just, taking him out for exercise, that sort of thing. But she doesn't notice anything out of the way. She never comes around the back end of the house and sees the van. Yeah. So that's it. And she goes away after a couple hours.
And I will fill everyone in on the plan. Like, it's a bit of a hike, but I found an access point unguarded. It's about like an hour and a half away outside city. There's no security. There's the security box, the pill box, like we've seen all these other places, but no one's there. It doesn't look like it's been in use for a while. At the very least, the outer security is just non-existent. Like, all the security cams been ruined. No one's there. It gets us further in than any other route. Like, there's other places we can go in, but I didn't want to get in too far because you never know what magical mumbo jumbo is going on and what like drones are flying overhead. So I didn't want to push too far without y'all there.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I think the cleaning company van is burnt for us as far as going in the front door.
No, but sure. I think it's going to be suspicious when it doesn't show up, but I don't know.
I mean, they've called twice, asking us to come in, and
I sent them on a drunken bumblebee chase.
right. But when we show up and they call in that we're there, that bumblebee
check
chase.
the computer system. It's fine.
I like backdoor. We pull up.
Yep.
We send Techno G in as invisible.
Back door with the shaft, right?
Backdoor with shaft.
Yes.
How it's meant to be. We send Techno in invisible to Pillbox. Have you confirm systems are down. And the rest of us sneak in through the back door. And we go find that shaft and shimmy on up.
Now it's a party.
Just double down on the back door. I'm like, God damn it.
So, do you guys, since you're not on a schedule this way, do you want to do that tonight?
There's no need to wait.
Yeah, I mean, if I've got Bob and Vincent running Overwatch, then yeah.
We know a bit about sentry schedules. Are they going to be different at night? Is there more or less? Do we
Same amount. They keep the same amount of people all day long. And as Gantu was able to find out, there's about a 5-minute lag between each shift change.
Right, but I mean, we don't got to worry about that with the back door entrance there. However, there could be additional sentries along the way. So, we could try to time it so that, next level, second level security, we hit around that time just in case. But
it's not a bad idea. Let's do that. Head there early, try to get through doors, and then do entrance.
Are we gonna all be invisible? Is that the plan?
First to check out the station, just Techno, because we're gonna have to drive in.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it'd be pretty hard for you to, have one person be invisible, let alone four. So.
I could do 4, no problem. It's just there's not the need to at the moment.
Yeah. I didn't mean you can't do it. I just, we know how hard it is for you.
I'd turn everyone invisible.
All right. So you drive out there. You're going to do this at night, or are you just going to go ahead and do it late afternoon once everybody's back together?
I think we were planning on timing it between the shift changes. Try and get to this gate before the shift change. That way, once we're past the gate, entering the parking garage, it'll be in that 5-minute window.
Yeah.
Well, you do know.
So it doesn't really matter which shift to us as long as it's timed the right
Yeah.
way.
Gonta,
So
you
I
know
guess
that
the next one.
as far out as you have to drive, I mean, it's that much long that you're having to drive back to the pyramid too. So I assume you're trying to time it for that trip as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you drive out again. This is like this is a 4-lane interstate coming in and out. Usually has a lot of traffic even at night. Mostly tractor trailers. So you pull off the side of the road. Do you want to try and hide your vehicle somehow, or do you really care?
I mean, I think we should always try to hide the vehicle if we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if we take the Acme van, I can remote control it for up to a half mile, so I can just go have it parked somewhere else.
Well, yeah, we'll need to park, get through the first gate, and then drive a van or vehicle the rest of the way.
Right,
So
and
if
then
we
We're
just
going
take,
to have a
bring it-
long haul on
bring it
foot
back.
otherwise.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so
so
are
if
you
we take
taking
both
multiple
vans,
vehicles?
I
Yeah.
would be in favor of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You get to the checkpoint. You use your angle grinders to basically cut the gate off. I mean, there's traffic whizzing back and forth the whole time, but the lights on this checkpoint have long since been stolen. Wiring has even been scavenged out of the system. So you're just working by your own lights. Cut off the gate, drive through. You tell me, Chuck, at what point you want to turn people invisible, but I mean, you're in a vehicle as you're going in.
Well, at this point, I'll hold off until we're actually out parked and walking around somewhere.
Okay.
I was thinking of sending Techno in to check out the gate area prior to us doing the cutting, but if it was that wrecked, I wouldn't have bothered.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll wait on the invisibility till after we're parked and out and about.
So you drive
Whenever
up.
you're ready, buddy. No rush. Just whatever you can do.
You
I'd
drive
be
up
curious
this-
to see how far in we can get before we see active surveillance.
So you drive up this paved road for a bit, and then it goes. It's heading towards a tunnel that's in the side of like a hill. Again, it used to be well lit up. You can see the stanchions for the floodlights, but people have stolen the lights, stolen the wiring out of them. There's tag spray paint all over the place. So you drive in. It's pitch dark. You gonna turn your headlights on? No. Okay. Can anyone
think we
see in the
should.
dark? Well, Techno can if
don't
he's rigged in, because his vehicles would have sensors. So, okay. So you drive in. The graffiti stops maybe like a quarter mile in. It just it's pretty abrupt. Like you're seeing this tag graffiti all over the place. It looks like people might have even slept in here at some point, as you're seeing like old mattresses and tents. But you're not seeing anyone now. And actually, you're seeing that a lot of the mattresses are like really badly torn up. Almost like
Ooh.
if something's been gnawing on them.
Ooh.
Might have been one of them pair creatures and things around
I
here.
think so.
So you keep driving. About a mile in, you see in front of you kind of like well, you would describe it as being like a dam, like maybe even a beaver dam or some critter that's been pulling in branches and it's packed the rest of the entranceway through. And so you come to a stop, Techno, because you can't drive your van any further in.
Hmm.
It doesn't look like it would take much to move it all.
Can I send a drone out to have a look around?
You send a drone out. Which drone?
Whichever one has my better tactical package. Hold on, let me
All right,
see.
so that would be like your sensor drone.
Equipment, that would be, I think it's Bob. Yeah, Bob has a sensor 3,
Okay.
so that would be the one I would send out.
All right. Well, make a Stay Frosty roll for Bob.
Okay.
And this would be based
Stay
on
frosty, Bob.
any alertness bonuses it might have.
I don't know what sensor 3 gives it.
It's a +3. Yeah, it's +3
so
to
it'll
its
be
awareness.
+3. All right, so stay frosty says to ask.
Yeah, so choose
So awareness.
awareness. And well,
Right.
that would use your awareness actually.
Right. Here, custom.
What is your awareness?
Mine's +1.
Okay, and just add an extra +2 then if you.
Awareness 13 + 2, 15.
Nice. Okay, so as your drone goes out and starts looking over it, again, it looks like it's made out of a whole bunch of like driftwood and just junk that's all been woven together to make like this this dam that's in the middle of the way. And as your drone turns around, there is a hurtling form of something that is hairy with a lot of teeth and long claws that just goes by your sensor. Your drone is able to compensate really quickly, and it floats itself out of the way, and then it highlights down. It's just this immense wolverine that has made a den here.
I throw that up on a screen inside the van. I'm like, Ivan, something to burn. Or Gant, do something to shoot.
Well, hang on now. Scout has been talking over and over about what
It's true.
an absolute exceptional tactical genius he is, and I think we should let Scout take this one.
Oh, I'm an
I'll
excellent
back
shot.
you up. Don't worry.
It's just a tiny little furry animal. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Tiny, it's not. Furry.
Quiet, Bert.
It's one
How
of them
big is
like magical things.
As large as it is.
It is exceptionally large. Ivan, you would assume that it's a paracritter, that it's an uplifted Wolverine. It might be really smart, it might not, but
Is it
Well,
bigger
it's
or
like-
smaller than the van?
oh, it's smaller than the van, but it is awfully
Like
large.
sentient.
It's like the size of a bear. But
Is it sentient? Like, is that how these things work?
It's not going to be for long.
Well, I was gonna ask is it connected possibly to a mage somewhere in? Like, if we were to kill it, would a mage then know that it's dead? Like, is there some sort of connectivity thing through the ether or whatever crap you use?
Would
you
I
could
know
go
that?
astral to find out, Ivan.
Oh yeah, I'll do that then. Yeah.
There's a bunch of re-rolls on the table if you
I'm
want to use
going
one.
to re-roll that.
Okay.
That's. Oh, it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Yeah, you go astral, but there's a lot of just like dissonance in the area, so you're just not able to tell anything.
I can't pick up anything in here. Poor reception.
It's okay if you can't do it. You know, no pressure, buddy. Just
You
whatever
should
can
go out
do,
and
you
shoot
go
that
ahead.
thing.
Are there
Yeah,
laws
go
against
shoot
shooting
that
it?
thing.
No.
All right, then I'll go out and shoot it.
You don't know what the laws are.
I'll
in
grab my
S
shotgun and go out
technology
there.
land.
Okay. You grab your shotgun, you step out, and the thing barrels forward at you. You can tell it's using its nose to kind of sniff you out. It smells prey, and it's heading right for you.
Rock and roll.
All right. Go ahead. Your
I'll
choice
burn
of
up
the three.
ammunition.
You're going to burn up ammunition. Okay, so mark off 1 ammo for that weapon. And then go ahead and roll the damage. Okay. You hit it center of mass, and that thing is just a savage, just frothing at the mouth beast of destruction that does not go down and leaps on you.
No
So
worries, no fear.
yeah. So make a stay frosty roll. You can use combat since that's your thing.
Yeah, I think I get something for Stay Frosty here too. I'm sorry, just 1 second. I get +1 to stay frosty in the face of fear.
Yes, that would
Being
definitely count here.
So 10.
Okay. Okay, so 10 means you're going to take partial damage as it does collide with you. I mean, you keep your cool, you don't back off, you're able to remember some of your martial training, so you absorb some of the damage, you turn a little bit so you don't take it right to the chest and face like this thing seems to want to do. Okay, here we go. So take 3 points of damage as like you turn your head and neck so that it just doesn't just go for the kill shot right away. So it kind of tears at the middle of your uniform, trying to burrow
So I still
through.
get my armor still reduces that, right?
But are you wearing your armor? Since you're not going in as Acme, I assume you would be. So 3 points.
I always wear my armor
Right.
with my Mission Impossible jumpsuit.
It does have 1 point of armor piercing though, as its claws are very sharp. So your
Okay.
armor counts as 1
So-
less.
Okay, so I take 2 damage.
Okay, take 2 as this thing just, and so you guys see this thing just rams right into him. It just starts tearing and biting. Center of mass. Is this where you all break
All
out
right.
popcorn and?
I guess I'll go help him.
I'll
I'm
give
doing
a-
fine.
Cantil, go help him.
All right.
I'll give a hand as well.
What do you want to do? Let's start with Gantu since he steps out first.
Okay. Gantu will leap at like a spider monkey, and he'll just start swinging away with his cyber fist because
All
he
right,
doesn't want to
yeah.
make too much noise.
Sure.
So that's a rock and roll,
Mm-hmm.
I think. Where did I put it? All right. That's 10 to hit.
Okay. So you hit, you take no damage, and go ahead and deal your damage.
So I think, do you remember what we were rolling?
I think your
it was-
fist actually has it listed on your fist now.
Is it? Okay. Oh, yeah. 1d6 plus 2. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. It has 2 armor, so 5. Right. You smash into this thing. This thing is dense. Like its fur and its muscle acts as armor, and like you thought you'd do a lot more damage than you did. It does hurt it, but this thing just goes into like a frenzy. You
This
take no
thing's
damage.
thicker than mama.
Yeah.
Than mama.
I
Oh,
told you
God.
I had it.
I don't think you got this.
You avoid any retaliation. Ivan, yeah. So you see Gantu go in, and this thing just get more pissed off. What do you do?
I am going to go and slap this creature.
As long as you don't cast Fireball.
And in the process, I'm going to cast my knockout spell.
Okay.
It just does it. I stun, or do I have to roll for that? I should have to roll for that.
You have to roll how much damage it does, but you do have to make your spell roll.
Yeah. And this is combat.
Oh man! All right, fails to go off.
You
There
are
are rerolls if
banking that
you want
XP
to
though.
use it, but it's up to you.
No, I'll use it. Cause yeah, that's shameful. Oh, okay. I'll take that one.
Okay, so go ahead and do your stun damage to it. 2 points.
Only 2 points of stun.
Okay, that's actually enough to knock it out. So like
Nice.
suddenly the thing kind of just drops. It's not dead. It seems to be unconscious or asleep.
You know what I'm thinking? This could be a plan C. We bind this thing up real tight, and we throw it on top of the van, and if we need distraction, we just let it go.
I'll
Thought you were saying,
shotgun
like,
coup de grace.
riding it in. Dung, digga, ding, dig, ding, digga, dig, ding. Throwing
I'm
the
sorry, what did you
tridents
say,
and
Steven?
stuff.
I'm gonna take my shotgun, put it at the base of the skull, and fire.
All right. Well, yeah. Scout finishes it off while you're spouting your great plan.
Now that leaked footage is him being cruel to animals.
You're just so murderous, man. It was there. It was sleeping. Everything was fine.
I like the
Who
tags on this.
shoots an
I
animal?
gesture to the shreds in my body armor.
I thought you said you had it under control.
I did. I just needed one more shot. I was getting my lineup.
We thought you were gonna tame it. We didn't think you were gonna. Come on, man.
I
Just not on the
literally
same
told
wavelength.
you I'll go out and shoot it. I literally said I'll go out and shoot it.
I thought you were like going to shoot it a smile, you know, and just kind of win it over to the team. I mean, like, you didn't see Ivan shooting the dog.
Eh?
That's
I
still
made
on the
friend
table.
with dog.
So
That's
with
still
the
on the table.
shotgun blast and you guys making all this noise outside, you seem to have woken up something inside the nest, and you guys are hearing little squeals.
Fireball.
Babies. No, we have to drive through that.
Yes, fireball. It'll be epic.
So the
Well, how
greater
far
Wolverine
away?
has these two tags on description: eat to excess and abuse the dead. Love that.
Just like Scout.
Yeah, so you're hearing squeals coming from the center of that pile of garbage.
I'm
Let's.
gonna go grab some extra ammo from the van.
The van has been backing up this whole time, like beep, 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 beep.
I'll start going and scrounging through
Yeah.
the wall.
All right, so you turn on the light of some sort so you can see.
We would have to, yeah.
Sure, I'll flip the headlights on as
So
I back away.
it's a nest that was a mommy Wolverine, as there are 3 little cubs in here.
Vicious murder.
Where's the dad, you think?
That's a terrifying question.
I'll
Right?
get the hunting permit. It'll be fine. It's no big deal.
Messed off with another Mama Wolverine somewhere.
Well, I mean, are these big enough to cause any kind of trouble with us?
I mean, they're not fully developed. I mean, they don't have all the teeth and claws that the mama did. But they're about the size of a full-grown dog, but they're not fully developed yet. Their eyes are barely open.
You want to do, Ivan?
Well, I mean, leaving them alone is a death sentence. I like animals, but not animals that are going to murder me one day.
Good point.
I mean, it's really a public safety hazard. It's our responsibility to take care of it.
So bloodthirsty.
Scout, you take care of this, but please do not use your gun. We don't need any more noise.
Use your bare hands, please.
Please kill these innocent little baby creatures with your bare hands.
They're not innocent. They're animals. It
Orphan
doesn't
children.
work that way.
These orphan beavers.
Orphan kill these orphan beavers and prove us all right.
I love that you think I'm bloodthirsty because I kill an animal that was going to kill other people, and you're talking about immolating people with fireball not being a big deal. Come on.
It's self-defense.
But you know what? It's fine because let's be honest, you can't even cast fireball. You know, you probably have like some bug spray and a lighter, and you're acting like you're casting magic.
So what do you do, Scout?
Let's back up again too while he gets the job done.
Okay,
At least
yeah, that sounds good.
35 feet would be preferable.
Follow Ivan for sure. I'm like, oh, he's got that look again. Oh, God.
The van speeds up, going backwards. Zzz.
While
But I
I'm
am still
waiting,
headed towards the van for ammo. Just throwing that out.
No. Zzz, 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 zzz. Sorry, having a motivator problem there, Scott.
I'll move the creatures out of the den
Okay.
and just set them aside for Scout to do.
Yeah,
his
they're
dirty work.
mewling at you. Looks like they're hungry as their little lips are going. Eyes barely open.
Oh, I'll flip the mother over and I'll nuzzle them up to the mother.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
Oh, boy.
And then I'll go back to clearing out the junk so we
Okay.
can drive through.
Yeah, it's just a matter of moving all the debris, just enough to get your van through. You do find that the creature is apparently, it must have moved out all the vagrants that are living in the tunnel, because there's bits and pieces of like it was collecting things that were shiny.
Ooh.
So you're finding pretty much destroyed pans, things like wristwatches, all kinds of little bits and pieces of tech that have been woven through the nest.
Ooh, anything useful?
It's mostly garbage. It's been, yeah.
Ooh.
But you move it all out of the way. Scout, so what are you going to do? Just leave them here? I mean, they're off to the side. They're nuzzling on their mom's head blown off, body, wondering
I mean,
why mom
if
is
they're
going
not a public
cold.
danger, I don't see the need to kill them.
Well, there's
My
a big
main
fuck
priority is just
before.
refilling my ammo.
Okay. All right. Well, Ivan clears the way for the van.
Okay,
Nice work.
let's go.
You know, you are a valuable member of this team. You know, for your physical attributes.
I want to cast silence on Scout.
You can do that. Oh my god.
The great part of it is he'll still think he's talking. You just won't be able to hear him.
Just
Brilliant.
occasionally do like a nod, like
Once we're back in the van and driving, though, I will take a short meditation break.
Yep.
You know,
Go
5,
ahead.
10 minutes, 15 minutes. The nice thing is I took a new move,
Mhm.
my reliable centering or whatever it
You
is, so
can
I
just
just
take a number.
automatically get 6.
Yeah, it takes 15 minutes per, but you guys got like well over an hour drive ahead of you.
Oh yeah.
So you go on. You leave the little animals just to die, nuzzling the corpse of its mother. As you drive through, you're still going without headlights. They're just fine with techno driving via being jumped in. You drive for another half hour before you start to see lights in the distance. It looks like it's still lit up further down. You want to just keep driving into the lights or otherwise?
Oh no, I think we should stop and examine if surveillance is active in this area.
Okay. Make me a check the situation. You can use your van sensors.
Okay.
So any sensor package you have on your van is what's going to take the place of your awareness bonus.
My old van was 1. Are we using my van? I thought my van got blown up.
Did it?
No, it just
I think
was
we're using-
messed up. But
yeah.
Okay.
but which van
A
are
lot
you
of vans
using?
at this point.
Yeah, which van are you
There's
using?
many vans.
Well, I guess we had Gantu's van and the new cleaning
Mhm.
van. At one point, you talked about Techno about sending the other van out just
Yeah.
to drive in case they were going to track us. So I would imagine maybe we're in Gantu's van.
Okay.
Okay, so
Right, then we're
Gantus
in
has no
Gantu's van.
awareness bonus, so you're just using the
Okay.
basic sensor package. So no bonus, just 2 dice.
And
on
you
the-
said check the situation.
check the
yeah.
situation.
But it's
right?
very clean and it smells like
Hey,
Right.
Uh,
Have to
10.
take 1 off of there then because that was using my awareness.
Okay, not a problem.
that's
So
a 9.
the lights are on, and there is a sensor for motion, but you don't see any camera or any kind of Wi-Fi network. So it's just a simple sensor to sense motion and to turn lights on.
Okay. Like lighting the way sort or
Yeah,
like
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. But there's no network here. There's no radio signals going back. It's just a simple sensor to turn lights on.
Okay, I'm just gonna set an alarm on my pan or on my cyber deck then when we reach Wi-Fi,
Sure.
it pings me automatically so I can just stop and be like, oh,
Okay. You guys go on for another 20 minutes then before your alarm goes off, and you find that you're right at the edge of a mesh network. So you
Okay.
think that there probably is cameras and security ahead.
all right. So then I turn to Ivan and I say, from this point on, they're gonna have surveillance. They're gonna have coverage on us somehow.
then we go on foot.
How far are we from the pyramid now?
15 minutes by van, but walking, and of course you weren't going that fast. Walking, it's probably going to take you another half hour, 45 minutes.
How long is your invisibility spell last time?
It says while I sustain it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Until
Okay,
you cast
well-
another spell that also has sustain.
can you make the van invisible?
No.
Can I make the van invisible? I don't have my gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Damn. I mean,
Invisible.
I could if this is this mesh network connected to where I've dropped the payload?
You
into
don't
their
know unless you want to
systems?
try and get into the mesh and find out.
No, we'll just hoof it. I have a hoverboard.
I'll get out and I'll turn all 4 of us invisible.
Have those roller shoes.
Yeah.
Let's get
Yeah, go ahead and cast.
We don't see each other when you go invisible, right? When
No.
all of us are invisible.
Oh, hey,
10
you
Scout.
actually did it.
And
I did
Scout,
I'm so
something.
proud of you, buddy.
has
Thanks.
already happened when we broke into that one like empty military base and got attacked by the chickens. You had already turned us invisible, so Scott, you're
He
just
had
being
trouble with
rude
all
and
4,
ignorant.
though. Or no, it was only 3 of
Oh.
us.
It was only 3 that time. This is
Yeah,
all 4 of
gotcha
us
back.
this time, though.
Yeah, so the big problem with invisibility is you can still hear Scout talking. So
Impartial, GM. Impartial.
You can't do silence and invisibility at the same time?
Technically, I could, yeah. But,
Scout.
I mean,
Scout, shh. There's sound sensors in the mesh network. They're going to know we're here.
Well, then why are you telling me? You should obviously text me that on my pan.
which you can't see.
I start fumbling with my pan, and of course, there's like adware everywhere that's just blasting noises.
I will put out there that I am very low on magical casting ability. So
So you need a long rest?
But he can't keep the spell up and focus or center at the same time. So
Right.
he's going to be
So we
down
have to,
this until
we have to
he
find a hiding spot. Got it.
So yeah.
Let's
If-
look for a hiding spot. that
Well,
we can-
no,
Well, no,
We-
he's got to maintain. It's all right.
yeah, no,
Well, but-
you're spot on. I
but
mean,
if we get to a place that is undercover and not surveilled, then he can rest for a while,
yeah,
and then we can move on again.
yeah.
Maybe
Well, we're
as
good
we
for
get into
now.
the vents. Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta get into that sub level. Maybe
All right.
somewhere down there.
So you guys
wait.
hoof it
Hmm.
for the next half hour, 45 minutes. All right, good enough. You go down, and yes, you do see cameras, you do see microphones. Ivan, your invisibility spell is proof against those as well. Well, not the microphone. So,
Right.
you know, I'm assuming that you all are kind of walking carefully through there.
Yeah.
We have internal comms. We have comm units.
Mhm.
We can just talk to each other and shut up. Stop.
I didn't hear that. What'd you say?
Oh fuck.
Scout, roll me a D100 and say hi or
Oh,
low.
God. Oh god.
Is it always high, Stephen?
It's always high.
Okay. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so you continue on. The corridor here is definitely security systems available. You see the cameras, you see the microphones, and you come into basically a door. It ends in a door. Gone to, you know that by the distance you've gone, your pan tells you how many miles. This right behind this should be the motor pool. Techno, there is a keypad on this side.
Oh. Allow me. Bzzzt.
All right. So this is a physical security system. This is essentially a keyed mag lock. So do you have any skills that would help you with a physical security system?
Yes, I do. Let me look at my moves. How about
It's okay if you can't do it, buddy. You know, just whatever you can do.
Hey, stay quiet.
Jury
man.
rig would be the thing that's...
yeah, I was gonna say jury rig or Born Digital, because Born Digital is just plain old hacking.
Mm-hmm. Either one would be fine.
Oh, add your awareness to the device's sensor rating when you check the situation. So I would have got that 10. Not that it matters. Okay, so I'll do a jury rig.
Okay.
That's my craft. That's good. Jury rig.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, you figure out like the most used key combinations. You figure out that it doesn't really have it'll shut down if you make so many errors, and just a few seconds fiddling with the keypad, you get it to open. Does, and you guys are staring into basically a large parking garage. The cars in here are like, millions of dollars cars. I mean, these are like high performance cars. You see,
Teslas.
you see incredible motorbikes as well. Like these are really nice cars. And then towards kind of towards the middle, they're like motor pool vans, just basic black and white panel vans. They got the ASI logo on them. There's a few Jeeps. There's a few SUVs as well. This goes on. Like this is an immense parking garage. You can see that there are a couple of like information kiosks sort of things stationed here or there. Currently, you don't see anyone immediately near you.
Cameras.
Oh, there are cameras all over the place.
Shh. Ivan, do you need to take a break? We could
No,
ditch in one of those vans.
no. Let's get going. Let's try and make it to sub-level 1. And then while we're in the server room and you're doing your thing, I'll drop invisibility, recenter myself, and then we can take it from
Okay.
there.
Stairs or elevator?
Yep, there's both.
Stairs or elevator, everybody.
Oh, there's also a gantry
Advanced.
elevator that's big enough that you can drive a car onto, and it will take a car up and down multiple floors as well.
Does that go to sub-level 1?
Well, looking at it, it seems like it goes through all the sub levels and basement or ground floor, but not anything above that.
What about the vent? The whole reason we were coming into the second level here is because that was one of the best places to get to that central vent shaft.
Yeah,
We get in
the
there,
shaft.
go up to
Yeah,
level
the
one.
shaft is here as well. I mean, you know what to look through for the schematics.
I mean, we don't know what's going to happen when we step on them, them stairs or them elevators or nothing like that.
I vote shaft as well.
Okay.
Love a good shaft.
All right, well, you find the connecting steel of the main shaft. You're going to have to use one of your angle grinders. Good thing you brought them to cut off one of the connectors so you can get into the shaft.
Did we see anybody?
You still don't
Anybody
see
nearby?
anybody. Again, you see cameras all over the place, but you don't see any people down here.
Can we
anyway,
find a
Make
spot
this quiet.
or find a spot that maybe I can do a low grade hack on the surveillance system to just loot some footage.
Well, you
You
did
know,
find some
leverage style.
information kiosks. Those were the only thing that would give you a connection into the system if you wanted to go to one of those and see what you can do.
Ivan, you able? I know you made Scout silent before. Can you make this thing silent and keep us invisible at the same time?
Let me take a look.
Where is it physically positioned in terms of this garage that we're in?
It's like center of the garage. It's a little. It's up above, like it's maybe 8 feet above the floor, where you see this steel structure coming down and all the conduits coming into it. Normally, this would be covered by like a drop ceiling, but the garage doesn't have the drop ceiling. It just has the steel girders going across, so you can see it easily.
Bert, what happens when you go to 0 essence?
Nothing. You're just tapped. As long as
Yeah,
the
I
spell
can-
doesn't say that it also has to be sustained, you can
Ooh,
keep
yeah.
invisibility up.
Ooh, yeah, I can't do both at
Yeah,
once.
do both. All right.
I could drop invisibility and put silence here.
Well, if Techno can get that loop going, that takes care of the visual. And
Yeah, I
then once
think-
that loop's in place, then we can drop that and go.
Well,
silent.
that could take care of the audio too. I could do both.
That
Yeah,
would be
but if
perfect.
somebody is in earshot, I don't know how loud is this thing? Is it-
Angle grinder is pretty quiet, but
Okay.
grinding through the metal is probably going to make
Yeah.
some noise.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will manage the cameras.
Okay. Then once you're done with that, I'll drop invisibility, put silence here, and then we're going to be visible,
I'll start cutting
Audible.
through.
and I will be completely tapped out of spell casting until we find some time for me to recover.
It's okay, buddy.
So
Lots
you're
of
gonna-
people are just like 2 pumps and they're done.
I have a gun. I could just shoot you, you know.
You nearly died to a Wolverine.
I did not. I was fine.
You were
Look at
like,
your
"Oh, I'm
pants."
Rambo," and you shoot it, and it cuts you up, and then I just poked it.
It was a scratch. It was.
So
a
while they're
scratch.
arguing, I'm going to go to the information kiosk and try to pop open a panel on it or something.
Okay, yeah, that's
quietly.
easy enough to do. And you get in. So here's what you find, though, is that these information kiosks have limited access to the rest of the system. So
Mhm.
getting into the kiosk is easy enough. You're able to get basically information on what on each level. You're even able to find out like who owns each car, that sort of thing. That's easy enough. But getting into the security system, you're going to have to bypass some of its internal blocks so that it's not connected to the main system. You're going to have to
Right.
get rid of some of those, either through a direct hack or by inserting a program that you have.
Well, I have Hacksploitation and Scrubber Dubstepper, which are already in their main system.
Right, but this
From
again, the
last time,
kiosks
I have to
aren't
get into-
connected to
yeah.
the main system.
Right. Okay. Um, uh, hmm. Just looking through my moves. Vehicle drone. Most of my stuff's vehicle drone.
Yeah, so it would either be a jury rig to get the system's to get it into the main system, or you could do a born digital, either one, just to get it connected to the main system.
All right, I'm gonna do. I'll just do a jury rig. That's
Okay. Yeah, you pop a panel off.
fine.
Okay. So if you take that, tell me what you're going to choose there.
One of its stats reduces 0 if it has no stats. You can't choose this. All right, so I'm guessing it's only going to last for a couple minutes.
Okay. Yeah. So you're in. Let's say that you know that this system wasn't designed to be connected to a power source like that, so you know it's going to blow out very
It's gonna go
shortly.
off, right?
So what do you want to do? You're into the greater system.
Okay.
You can call your programs at this point.
Then I'm going to use Scrubber Dubstepper,
Okay.
which is already in the system. And Scrubber Dubstepper is the one that, remember, I used it in the sewer and a couple other times when we blatantly blunder into a surveillance
Yes.
situation. SDS goes in and unblunders it, chummer. Scrub the footprints, face recs, digiprints, and netcoms. So it says +2 to rolls.
Yep. So do a hack the planet roll. You get a +2 because you're using a
+2.
program that's already in there.
All right, I gotta hack the planet on my bar here. 9 + 2, so that would be 11.
You're good. Okay.
All right.
You set up a loop. So you know the video.
I'm like, do it now. We got 3 minutes, 2 minutes. When this thing blows up, we're out of time.
Yep. Give me just a minute, folks. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right.
So every time, while we're still invisible, I'm just gonna like sneak up behind Scout where I think Scout is, just with an angle grinder, like.
But I'm like
Love
so
tap.
stealthy that you aren't anywhere close to me and I don't even notice. That's how it is.
there's like a
Really?
whole other team in here that's
Stop
also
flying?
invisible, and I'm scaring them. Like, oh.
Stop
Holy
talking
shit.
long enough for him to lose track of you.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Who's using the angle grinders?
Not it.
I can do it then if because this it sounds like Ivan and Techno are busy because Ivan's kind of concentrating and whatnot. So I'll do
All
it.
right. So before you roll your die, Techno, roll me a d4. Okay. Now Gantu, go ahead and roll me 2d6 if you have. Oh, you can add craft. So 2d6 plus craft.
Do I have to add craft? If hypothetically, I would be subtracting from craft.
I see. So your craft is bad. In which
My
case,
craft is bad.
it would either be craft or stamina, one of the two.
Oh, stamina. I'll
Okay.
definitely take some stamina.
All right. So you're strong arming
There we
it
go.
as opposed to being like precise with it.
Yeah,
12
strong arm
sounds
the
right.
shaft. Why don't you?
So you get it done in plenty of time before you guys hear the spark and sizzle of the information terminal behind you as it overloads. Okay, so you finish cutting through. You got the main air duct system. You have access to it. You guys can all get in when you guys hear the sparks and sizzle of the overloading machine behind
Boy,
you.
that that works even better because now it kind of covered our footprints right there.
I'll slide the grate that fell off from him cutting it under a nearby car or something like that.
Well, it's
I'm
more
taking
like okay.
point.
So there's the main air handler, and this was like one of the 3-foot things connecting to it. You basically cut that off, so it's kind of laying to the side, so you guys can crawl into the main handling unit.
Oh, okay.
But from the inside, you can kind of just shift it back so it doesn't look too obvious that it's been cut.
Yeah.
That's fine. You guys are in the main air handler. There are grates that you can stand on the inside, as you know, maintenance is sometimes done for the cleaning of the inside here. Gone to, you know that one of these grates are at each level, and you can, there's a hole in the middle that the drones can fly up, but you can also fit up to go from one of these grate levels to the next. You've got your magnetic and suction cup gear, so you can go down or up.
Do we want to give Ivan, like, is there enough room for us to like just hold for a couple minutes and
Yes.
give Ivan a chance to
I'm
breathe
gonna-
while, like, maybe
Like we can do it. I'm gonna need like 15.
We don't have to be invisible anymore, do we?
Right.
There's no surveillance in here. Is there?
Not according to the plans. If you take a look, you don't see anything running through here. No cabling, no video cameras, nothing like that.
Well, yeah. If we can take a handful of minutes to
Is
hold
our
here.
timing for the shift change doing okay?
Well, I think that's what we were hitting is moving through the garage during shift change.
Gotcha.
You were slightly delayed by the the Wolverine dam, but you made up your time.
at
So-
this point I think a prepared Ivan is better.
Yeah.
Than,
Okay.
Okay, so you hang out for 15 minutes while Ivan recenters. It's really cold in this air duct, by the way. Heavy
I got
users
a
of
few
central
pounds to
air.
keep me warm.
Yeah. And is it tight for them at all? I mean, I'm a dwarf, so this is
It's a
plenty
10 by 10 chamber. It's a huge central chamber,
Okay.
so you're fine.
So it's
of
a little
really
tight
big
for me.
shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to go.
I went through a divorce, guys. Come on.
I can see why.
Ooh.
All right, so this goes up and down. Which level are you heading for?
We said we want to go sub. We're going up now, not sub
we
levels.
want
We're on
wanna
sub
go-
level 2 right now.
to go up to 1 because that's the server room.
farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Who's in the lead? and
So I'm
who's
taking
in-
point.
Okay, you're taking point, Scout. Who's in the rear?
I would like to vote for Gantu.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
The
Okay,
soft
so
one's in the middle.
you guys,
Yeah, pretty
I'm going to
much.
assume that you took some time to get yourself familiar with the climbing apparatus, so you're okay with it. Scout, you lead the way. You climb the, 20 feet or so up to the next level where there's, this grating that you can stand on, and there are a whole bunch of connecting pipes, the 3x3 pipes that connect here. This is why you figured this must be a server room. There's a lot of air conditioning going into this room. So you figure you're on the first basement level. You see all these pipes, branching off of here. Of course, you can't see out into the room. So you don't know what's on the other side of this, steel wall, but here you are.
I think we're here, guys. Man, 10 years ago that would have been easy.
Well, time does funny things.
So do we just angle grind our way through the wall? What are we doing here?
I don't have any way for us to see what's there.
Well, I'll just throw this out, Chuck. Technically, you do. You could go
Oh,
astral.
I could astral. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. There's a chance I'll give away our position, but we'll see what we come up with. I'll go astral. 7, partial success.
Okay. So you peek out, and you are 8 feet above the floor, looking down into rows and rows of server systems. There are a few technicians that you see in the distance in like full hazmat style suits that are checking over panels here and there. There are a couple of technicians pulling out boards, doing replacements. That's all pretty commonplace. But as you're astral, and this is where that role comes in, you do see that there is a spirit of man here. So it looks like kind of like a technician. It's got like a little clipboard on it under its arm, and it's kind of just snooping behind all the technicians. So this is a spirit that is designed to guard this area.
Okay, I'll fall back to my body, and I'll.
All right, so before you do, there is a
Yeah.
chance that it's going to notice you.
That's
here.
fair.
So make me a stay frosty.
Yeah.
And base this on. It's going to be based on your presence, actually, since it's a magical
Sure.
thing.
Got a 9.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. Your choice. The hard choice I'll offer you is that you're not detected. You're able to get back, but you're going to do you're basically going to take a little bit of damage, shock, basically, as you like reel back very suddenly back to your body. So you're going to take a little bit of stun damage from that.
Okay.
Or you are detected, but it is of interest instead of it sending up an alarm. Like it'll come over to investigate.
I think I'd rather take a little bit of damage.
All right. Roll me a d6. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That's 6 stun. Can you take that?
What does stun come off of?
It's off of your hit points, like so that running chart you have there, physical wounds. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Do you
I'm-
have 6 boxes? Or
Yeah,
more than
I'm
6?
open right now. I don't have any.
Okay, so then you have the
marks on me.
full 8. So you're going to fill 6 of those boxes. Now, stun goes away over time,
Okay.
but any further damage you take gets tacked on to the end of the stun. So, like, if you take physical damage or more stun, you will be knocked out.
Okay.
Okay, so that was harsh. Like, you spring back way more sudden than your body's capable of handling. So when you come back, you're really disoriented.
I feel like shit. There's a bunch of technicians. We're about 8 feet up. I'll give them the rundown about how many technicians there were. But there is also a guardian spirit in there as well. And yeah, so that's what we've got to contend with inside.
If you have any, this is physical. This happened to your body. So if you have any slap patches or anything for first aiding
Yeah.
that can help, you can use it. The first aid is only used for keeping someone from dying, but if you actually have gear like slap patches or anything like that, so you can use it.
I think I've just got trauma patches. Would that do that? Would that take care of that?
Yeah, I think trauma patches will work. Let me look it up real quick in the.
Because I've got
equipment.
stim patches, but it says take +2 to the next move and then a stun.
Yeah, let me see here.
And
Hold on
then
a second.
trauma patches are +2 to a first aid move.
Yeah, so that basically just keeps you from. It helps you from dying. It doesn't give you back anything. Does anybody else have anything that might be useful?
Sorry, buddy, got nothing.
Okay.
Put him out of his misery if we need to.
Oh,
I
I'm
can
still
do that.
good.
Down.
I can
I'm
do
still
that.
good.
I got my shotgun.
The other thing is if there are enough bits on the table for it, 100 bits, so taking away 2 of your rerolls, you can get healing.
I had a
You
med
know.
kit with 5 uses, but that was in rolling plunder in my van.
Yeah, it's in your van. Yep.
You know, I would be fine with sacrificing 2 rerolls.
All right. Yeah. If you want to do that, roll a d8.
Three?
Okay.
Okay.
Knock off 3 of those boxes.
All right, cool. Better than what it would have been.
Yep.
Thanks, Captain.
Yeah, Captain. All right, so what's planned? There's all these technicians, and then there's Guardian Spirit. If we go in guns blazing, I'll take the spirit out.
Well, I mean, do we want to go in guns blazing so soon?
I don't, not really.
Yeah.
Are there any air conditioning units attached to these side airways?
No, it's basically all the air conditioning is coming up through the central shaft and being sucked through
Sure.
these other smaller shafts.
What if then we start a fire?
It always goes to fire.
Yeah.
I can do.
Start a fire down at the end of one of these side shafts that starts blowing or just starts blowing smoke in, and that gets them all maybe off to one side, and then we could pop out.
Yep.
We're gonna have to angle grind our way out, though, right?
Ivan did tell you that they were all wearing like heavy duty hazmat suits, which means like they've got the full hoods on and everything. Just
Right.
as a point of.
But they're gonna have to investigate smoke coming out of the.
That sounds okay. My concern will be if we start blowing smoke out these vents, they check the server room, see it's okay. Then they're going to check air handling.
Right. That's good. They'll open it up for us and we shoot them in the face.
Could we? You said these shafts are like 3x3.
Yeah.
I wonder. 3x3 is a little small to fit through, but if we could slip in and just get you a hard wire.
Yeah. There's no. Well, there have to be like grates for the
Yeah.
air to go through.
Yeah, they're in the 3x3. Like once you start into the 3x3, there's the little grates that drop into the room.
So let's do that. Ivan, can you turn him invisible? Let him just sneak in and like plug in real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can the thing see me? Like, does it have to have line of sight to see me?
That's a great question.
Yeah, it can't in the astral. Where you can pass through solid objects as long as it's not living solid objects, but it still blocks line of sight. Like even though you can pass through it, you can't see through solid objects.
Well, I meant if I turn Techno invisible and he shimmies in and then drops into the room while invisible, would the Guardian Spirit be able to see him?
No, but it might be able to detect the magic. Might.
Would it? But if it, that's what I'm saying is like, if I'm far enough away from it, and I drop down behind a bank of servers or something, it can't see through those servers.
Yeah, correct. That's how spirits and astral work.
So, because I'm just a hacker, man, I'm just a rigger. So, if I like Mission Impossible down, and then behind a server bank and tap into a server real quick, then I might be able to draw them all away.
So you're talking about not going in invisible, just going in.
Right, because if casting magic might alert this thing, I'd rather just take a chance on quickly dropping behind something and hoping it doesn't see me.
If that's what you want to do. I mean, you'll be alone.
Mm-hmm. I've always got my Ares Predator 5. Oh, wait. Do I have to put bullets in this thing?
It's been a long time since you
Yes.
fired it or checked.
Yes.
How big of a guy is Techno G?
Kind considering that he says technology overcomes everything, I don't think he has really nice abs because he's got one of those electric
Yes,
belts. that-
stimulators.
Oh.
Yeah.
So his abs are really nice, but other than that, he's like super thin.
Yeah, you're elven. You're elven small,
yeah.
so okay. So you kind of get your bearings from what Ivan was able to scout out real quickly. So you know where
Oh, and they have
you know
natural
how
low-light
the
vision.
banks run. So you kind of guess at which chamber to crawl into. So you start your crawl, and so along the bottom of this is again several grates that you know you can unhook, and they are big enough that you could drop down after you've unhooked them. But you can also see. So along the way, you're taking a look and looking down. So make me stay frosty with. Let's do it with awareness to be quiet and to not attract attention while you're moving around up in there.
Okay. Stay frosty. Awareness. 7.
By my count, I think you've got 3 rerolls left. We'll go with 3.
All right. I'm gonna use one. See if I can get better than a 7. With awareness. Nope. It's an 8. Same thing.
Same thing. 8. So you're looking down. You find a section where there aren't any humans around. You can't see the spirit
Right.
yourself. But you make some noise as you are. Actually, what happens is you start pulling the grate, unlatching it. Of course, it's not meant to be unlatched from this side, so you fumble, and the grate actually comes off its hinges and falls and rattles on the ground. You don't know if that attracted any attention. You're looking around, and nobody seems to have noticed, but you made a fair amount of noise.
All right. I'm just gonna push it and drop down.
Okay.
If they come, they come.
Yep.
I guess.
So you guys hear it reverberate through the inside. You hear the grate fall. You guys want to do anything?
I don't
I'm
think.
cringing.
Yeah, I don't think any of us can make it through there.
It's a 3x3. I think I
Yeah.
can do it. I'm pretty
Think you
tiny.
could show me through there?
Unless anyone is like troll or orc, you
Yeah.
can fit. If you're human, it's going to be tight. Dwarf actually still going to be tight. You guys are short, but you're stocky. But you can do it.
I think I can do it, yeah.
Okay. So you're going to follow?
I mean, do we want me in there following him?
Maybe if you can just get eyesight on him,
Okay.
not
your
just
head
drop
out.
Edge and
down.
peek. Yeah, I'll
Poke
just
your
do
head
that.
out
I'll-
and be.
yeah,
like
that's what I'll
mother.
do.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll like Overwatch for you.
Since you are shimmying through a fairly tight confine, go ahead and do a awareness with Stay Frosty, which is the kind of the default roll for anything that has a chance of failing.
9.
9. You make some noise, but otherwise, you know, you get to right the great opening. You're looking down. Techno is kind of hunched down below a rack of servers. He's kind of like in the alley between 2 racks where all of the cabling all connect up. You're looking around. You can see some people in the full safety gear to the right and left. You know, fair bit away. They don't seem to have been alerted. You know, they're just going
Okay.
about their work. You want to
Okay.
just kind of keep Overwatch?
Yeah, I'll just keep an Overwatch,
Okay.
and I'll just like give a thumbs up back to the other 2.
Okay. Techno. So you're behind the servers. You've got access to all the wires here, so you can tap into any of the fiber channels you want to, however you want to do this. Ivan, you're kind of strung out, but is there anything you want to do?
No, I guess I'm waiting
Okay.
for something to happen.
Scout. So you're in a big metal box, and you're pretty much completely blind to what's going on out there.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out with my shotgun, ready to roll.
All right. Good enough. You all have channels to talk with each other. So Techno, what do you want to do?
I need to get into the Probably an upper level security information system.
Okay. Is any of the programs you have currently installed helpful in getting you access?
Hacksploitation lets me re-roll 2 dice on a non-cyber combat hack. Non-cyber combat hack. And then if I want to do some matrix tracking, I have a re-roll 2 dice
Okay.
from Aragorn.
Go ahead then, and you can tap into the system. You can make use of that to give you a +2. This is going to be, we'll just do this as a born digital roll based on craft. Okay. You can take the +2 from the program to help you out.
One digital doesn't. It says I can craft to rock and roll or stay frosty. Okay, so I'll just
it's a stay frosty. It's a stay frosty.
I'll just roll a craft, which has +2, and then you said I got a +2 as well?
Yeah.
So that's a 10 then.
Okay. So here's what happens. So with the help, what do you look like digital? What's your avatar?
Elric. I look like Elric
right.
of Melnibone.
Okay,
with
so
big sword and flowing hair.
So does the sword is the program represented by the sword then? Is that what you're holding in your hand? Okay.
Yeah.
So as you step out into the digital, you're looking around, you're trying to track. You find that you have access to all the camera systems, so you can look in at each individual level. So you're thinking like you can maybe make a program to track down to look for Mr.
That's
Murlock.
Aragorn, the Matrix hunter.
Right.
That's my third program.
As you're doing this, the representation of the Matrix in here is of a lush jungle forest. In the distance, you see an obsidian tower, like pyramid, steeped pyramid rising in the distance. And you see like animals in the trees, like monkeys and jaguars, which are programs running about. But through various paths in the jungle, you see the Atlan warriors up in the full battle dress with the headgear, roaming around. Those are sysadmins. So you are in a fairly busy place. You haven't been noticed thus far.
Okay.
But danger surrounds you.
All right. All right, so I'm going to use Aragorn to. He's the 2 dice reroll on matrix tracking.
Okay.
I'm going to send him out to find. We were thinking sub-level 3 or 4 team.
I mean, that was like a guess that might be a place.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we were hoping to figure it out from accessing the server room.
Yeah. So I send Aragorn, the Matrix Ranger, to go find me a feed to like sub-level 3 or 4.
Okay. Do a check the situation roll. You can get the bonuses from your program.
Okay. Here's the straight roll. 7 plus 2 is a 9. Ask one of the questions. I know.
You can simply ask, like, do you see Murlock, or
Right.
can be found? Yes, he is on sub-level 4.
Okay.
Okay, so you get a video cam into what looks like a surgical room, where he's lying on the table. He seems to be alive. Like, you can see the banks of medical equipment tied to him, tracking heart rate, respiration. So everything's fairly low level, but he's alive. It looks like they've opened him up in several locations, like arm, leg, almost like they were looking for something in him as opposed to doing surgery. Okay. He is alive. You do get the pick. Now with a 9 on this, though, you do trigger a security warning as you're in.
Sure.
Okay. And we're at time.
Oh, wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait. Aragorn lets me re-roll
Oh.
the 2 dice.
If you
So I
want,
can,
if you want, if you can get a
reroll
10, you will not hit a security.
I'm going to reroll
feature.
that 1. 1d6. Oops. I got to put a space in there. There. So 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 3 and 2 is 10.
Okay,
And
you get your 10.
exactly.
All right. So you managed to find him without alerting security. You have a vague idea where he is from the video cam. The video cam. When I say vague idea, you know what camera number it is, but you don't know what room it corresponds to.
Sure.
Okay, so you have that information, and I'm going to say at this point, what did happen is that spirit got curious and started wandering around. Chuck, roll me a D100, high or low.
Sure. I'm gonna go low. Nope.
Okay. Yep. Good
Let's go
enough.
high. Always go high.
It's been 0 for everything today on those.
All right. So we'll end it there for the night with you guys being in a very precarious position. Techno G is literally in the middle of a mass of techies around him working, hiding behind cabling and that little trough between computer banks.
like
There's a roaming
Tarzaning
spirit
through some vines.
that you
I
can't
was
see.
just about to
the room.
step out in front of a sysadmin, and Aragorn like grabbed me and yanked me back.
Yep. We got Gantu on Overwatch, looking at the room below you, but also can't see the spirit. And Ivan is pretty strung out right now. Still capable of doing things, but cannot take much in the way of further damage. So we'll end it there for the night on a nice little cliffhanger. Jeff, anything you want to plug?
Sure. Tomorrow night over on twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers, we are playing Ultraviolet Grasslands. You can catch Bert and Chuck in that game. It's our first proper session. We've done character gen, and so now we're actually doing the whole travel thing. On Friday, we're playing Delta Green. We're very close to finishing up part 2 of that 4-part campaign. And then Saturday, we're doing some Worlds Without Number.
Sounds good. Christopher,
Yeah.
I haven't seen you online in a bit. What you got going on?
I got a lot of stuff going on, personally in real life. Student teaching starts soon, and I was trying to get everything shuffled around and set up. But on Monday nights, I'm on the Liching Hour, and we're playing Blades in the Dark. We call it Aim and Misbehave, as our immigrant gang is trying to make a name for itself in Duskfall. And then every other Thursday, also on the Liching Hour, I am running the Swashbucklers. We're going to wrap up the season, and then we're going to start the next season with a big plot twist.
Nice. Chuck.
Oh man. This Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/Defenders of Cobalt, playing some Pathfinder. It's going to be a lot of fun. Catch Bert and Jeff over there. This coming Friday on Defenders, it's going to be at 10 p.m. Central. We're running some more Pathfinder. And then next Saturday, or this coming Saturday, 9 p.m. Central over on twitch.tv/Goodman Games Official, we are continuing the Crypt of the Devil Lich. Catch a bird over there. So it'll be fun.
Good stuff. And Steven, what do you got going on?
I'm on this every other week, and I'm cooking up something new, and it might have familiar faces, so we'll see. Stay tuned.
Good stuff. Okay. Well, if you found this place, we are at twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. We stream on Tuesdays, which will be first edition Dungeons and Dragons this week. Friday, BX Dungeons and Dragons, and we're starting Castle Amber. First episode of running through the classic Castle Amber on Friday.
Nice.
Sunday coming up is probably going to be GURPS Traveler. So that'll be a fun thing, and making guest appearances here and there with some of these other fabulous people. Check out the podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com for lots and many, many years, over a decade of role-playing goodness. Thanks, everybody.
impressive.
Thank you for watching. We did not kill Scout tonight. He lives another night.
I'm not the only one at risk here.
Yes. But you are
I'm
the
the
only
only one
one
at
that's
risk of team
wanted
killing.
by the law. Good night, everybody.
And now he's wanted for animal cruelty as well.
That too. He didn't kill them. He didn't kill the children. Just
He
the mom.
shotguns the thing in the head.
It was a mercy killing.
He did.
Mm,
Those poor little
I
Wolverines.
didn't make it look like that.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for watching.